Hello citizens! Today I would like to talk about CitizenCon. Not as much about what was shown, but about how the event was run by CIG and what could have been done better. The video will be pretty short as I am freshly back from vacation, but I have more content coming up. As always, if you like this video, sacrifice a like and a comment for the YouTube algorithm and subscribe for more. And here's a shout out to our amazing patrons for their support of the channel and the armory. Like I said, this video is not a summary of what was talked about at CitizenCon. There are plenty of those floating around already, and I also don't think it's necessary to cover it again as the panels were very well done. I do have some concerns about the format, but more on that later. Many important changes were covered both during the pre-recorded panels and the live talk with Chris Roberts. I will make separate videos on all of them as soon as more details come out later on, since all the panels covered important changes in a very short time frame, with the promise of more information coming out later on. There is one major thing that I didn't like about CitizenCon this year, and it's not even directly related to the event itself. It's all about the preparations and the lead up to the event. I feel like CIG were very conservative with the marketing preparation for CitizenCon. It felt as if the event was somehow less important than the previous ones. Now I understand that it is very difficult to generate hype for an online event, but I feel like they did a much better job last year. For example, this year CIG didn't do the fan-made commercial contest. I actually thought that I had missed it, but they didn't do it at all. And it was one of the things that I was actually looking forward to this CitizenCon. Ultimately, I feel like it actually wasn't worth it to watch the show live. All the panels except the final live talk were uploaded to YouTube right away, and there was very little content in between the panels that was worth watching live. However, the panels themselves were awesome. What I liked was that CIG were showing and talking about things that were already being worked on, rather than making promises for things that were maybe going to get worked on next year. Overall, the presentation was much more grounded and realistic in terms of expectations. Don't take me wrong, I liked the past year's demos with cool scripted missions to show off new locations and ships, but I think those set unrealistic expectations for the coming year. This year's presentation had a clear purpose, which was to show off the upcoming Pyro content and demonstrate that we were close to it being ready. Now, I have one caveat about the panels and the live talk with Chris Roberts. Many fundamental changes to gameplay were shown or talked about. And in every instance they did so in a very short time frame, which created the need to skip over important details, which caused a lot of confusion and outrage among the backers. We were then later told that more information about the announced changes will be published later as a part of Inside Star Citizen. I would rather they make the panels a bit longer and explain these changes right away. I think it would save everyone a lot of rage on Spectrum. But overall, it was a good CitizenCon. I liked the panels, the format, and the set was very cool. The newly announced Crusader Spirit sounds fun and I picked one up. The Grey Cat STV is interesting enough, though as far as I know it came with some very interesting balance changes to all ground vehicles, which may not be ideal. And we will see how the new concept ship vote ends. I'm very curious about the upcoming IAE and what will be shown there. 318 had its first test with the Evocati and things are looking hopeful this year. And with that being said, that's it for tonight. What do you think? Did CIG promote the event enough? Did you watch it live or save it for later? What do you think about the announced changes? Let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching, fly safe, and I will see you in the verse.